Andy Welsh, thank you very much for joining us bright and early. I've got to say, we're both up nice and early because it's expected big news today. Simon Rusk has left Stockport County. It appears Dave Challinor will be the man to replace him. Andy, can I just get a quick thought from yourself on the supposed potential appointment?
I think obviously Dave's very, very experienced now since his time at Fylde, and since he's gone up to Hartlepool and done a fantastic job at a club that really needed to kick on as well. Hartlepool is a big club that was in the conference as well. So for me, knowing Dave, I've always kept in contact with him since he left Stockport. I know he had Colin Woodthorpe, who was also a link with County. I think at the minute it's probably one of them that just fits right for the club. He's got experience. He's worked wonders, in my opinion, at Hartlepool, not just last season, but also this season.
What was he like as a player? What was he like to be in the dressing room with when maybe if the chips are down or whatever? What kind of character is he?
Dave's always been a leader. I think when he joined us from Tranmere, he's renowned for that long throw, and then obviously came to us. I don't think we scored one goal off it, but he never shied away from anything. Was always vocal in the dressing room. He is a little bit older than me, albeit I think I had made a number of first team appearances at the time. But he was always someone for me. I actually roomed with him as well. So when he first came to the club, he was always a thinker. He's a top guy as well. Wears his heart on his sleeve, and I just think. Even when Simon Rusk got the opportunity at Stockport, I know we spoke, Chris, at the time, and I had my reservations about experience. Greatest respect to Simon, but I know that club inside out at Stockport. But I'm having to ply my trade at a lower level in front of 1,1400 fans at Bury, and I know how difficult it can be. When you have a big following behind you. But you need to know the type of fans that you're going to be representing. I think Bury is similar to Stockport, and Stockport similar to Bury in the fact that these fans are working class. They want a team that's going to go out there and throw themselves at the football. And when you're attacking that Cheadle end, certainly when I played for Stockport. Second half, when you're attacking the Cheadle end, you shouldn't be giving anybody any opportunity to win games against you. And if it's 0-0 or you're winning 1-0, even if you're a goal down and you're attacking the Cheadle end second half, you've got to make that pay. And I think that's something that Dave will certainly put into his armoury as a manager. He does take the job.
What do you think the first thing he has to address is when he comes in? What's the assuming he gets the job? The so-called, he's not going to have a 9 o'clock on a Monday morning start by the looks of things. He's going to be thrown straight into the deep end at Bolton. But what do you think the first thing he needs to address is?
I think it's just being a hard-to-beat side. I think, obviously, when you go to Edgeley, it's a cup final for everyone. Let's be honest. You play in front of a huge following. So it's similar to us here at Bury. The first thing that people will try and do is shut up shop against you and be hard to play against. So sometimes I think that it's easy then to go, right, let's get after them and, from the first whistle. But sometimes you've just got to stay in the game and play the experience game. And it means winning a game 1-0. Win the game 1-0. I think at this stage where Stockport are, promotion and being in that mix is paramount. And however you get there, does it really matter at this stage?
As you say yourself, Andy, not many know the club as well as you do. And one thing that I've always seen with County, be it obviously with Jim Gannon, but other managers as well and other players coming back, etc., there's always been an affinity with people returning. The fans have always taken to someone coming back to the club. Do you think that's played a bit of a part? When Simon Rusk came in, as you say, all due respect to him, he was an unknown. County fans didn't know him, and maybe that didn't help, along with the pandemic and a load of other things that didn't go in his favour. Do you think that's something that Dave Challinor has to his advantage, if you like, the fact that he's already known by the county fans for what he's done away from the club, but also what he's done with the club?
Yeah, I think, like you just said there, it's what he's done with the club, knowing the club, but let's be honest, Chris, that can all just go out the window if you lose your first 2-3 games. Dave is about results, and being a manager is a results-driven industry. In that, if you don't win your first game, if you lose it, or if you lose a game, don't lose a second on the bounce. And in that respect, his experience and pushing things forward, not just when he was at Fylde, but he was also at Hartlepool.
Just a final one from me then, Andy. Do you expect an influx of new players? Do you expect Dave to want to bring his own men in, or do you think it's got to be said, it's a high cost squad that's been assembled. Hello, champ. Do you expect him to bring in new players, or do you expect him to work with what he's got?
Give us a sec. I know this will kill you. I'd expect him to work with what he's got. I think there's a fantastic squad. Have you still got me?
Still got you.
I think there's a fantastic squad in place there. So one sec, mate. Right, Theo, just give me a minute. Mate, you have a sit down then. Right, I'll try that again. Yeah. Right, come here.
Don't worry.
It's a nightmare. Just go and get that over there quickly. I'd expect him to work with the squad that he's got in place, because there's some very, very good players there, and it's just now about trying to get the right formation, the right selection, and just being a hard to beat team and getting results.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, Andy, it looks like your hands are full. I've got to bounce as well. We'll catch up properly on the podcast soon with Liam and Matty. But as ever, mate, it's great to see you. Best of luck moving forward with Bury as well.
Right. Cheers, Chris. Thank you.
Top man. Appreciate it, mate. I'll let you bounce.
I know, yeah. No worries, mate.